Dumelang ko mahayeng, libitso la ka ke nna Nomonde Ndwalaza. Molweni bosisi.
Njani?
Njani? Hayi man nami ngiyaphila. Molweni bosisi bami. Hey. Ka je ko hona re bua ka taba ya sexual health. Go ba mosadi ho tjho hore mmele ya rona e dula e change. Tshwanetse re dule re tsamaya re ko di docteng le ko di clinicing so that we can speak to doctors about how we can better take care of our bodies. Guys, why is it important for rona to take care of our sexual health as young women?
Well, I think for me, I realized because I go to a gynecologist, you know, every now and then to go for my cervical cancer screening, that there's other things that they can help you with. For instance, I have really, really bad period pains. And I know so many other young women who miss school, don't go to work because of period pains. And I just asked him one day, I was like, hey, this is my problem, what can I do? And he gave me medication and it's helped so much. And I can just imagine what that would do for young women if they knew that, okay, there is someone who can actually help you. It doesn't have to be this lifelong struggle where you every single month, you're on the floor, you cry.
Preventing the problem, so not waiting until we get something like cervical cancer.
Because it costs more money as well when you're having to go when there's a big problem at the end of the day. So if you go and you get the services that you need, it would be better. And we have the infrastructure, guys.
When was the first time you went to a gynecologist?
I know Monday gynecologist ke.
I-gynecologist tuli udokotela odila nge women's reproductive health, right? So this is ikuku, ama breast wakho, amabele, you know, your womb and your uterus.
Yes, mangikhuluma ngalento le ngimane ngicabanga, you know, when I first lost my virginity, which was at the age of 21, you know. I'm 25. I'm 25 manje, and funny enough, the only time that I actually started thinking ukuthi kubalekile ukuthi ngihambe ngiye gynecologist was actually when I started working here on the show. You know, because it just became so much more important. I mean, I actually have to take care of my sexual health.
Yeah. So have you gone since then?
No, not yet, you know. And honestly, it's been about, you know,
You must book you an appointment.
Mina nje engikwazi ukuthi ngu family planning. Shuthi family planning every 2 months. So nje into engidinayo ukuthi ukumela ukuya khona ukuthi ngiyothola le injection leyo.
Yeah, and that's just the thing, I'm a clinic, right? Because now I'm a clinic at Parkhurst, I think last year, you know, and I woke up early, 6 o'clock in corner. By 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, I was still waiting in the line and being 17.
Are you serious?
So that meant I just had to just give up and leave. And I think that's just a lot of the challenges that we face as young women. I'm a clinic sometimes are not designed to help us with our issues.
So Okanye Sampuni unguno samahlaya owaziwa ukwenza indlalo emfishane mayelana relevant social issues affecting South Africans. Let's see what she has to say about ama clinic ase Eastern Cape.
Igama lami ngikhanyisa Bunu, ndi stand up comedian. Imaterial yami ngithetha nje ngento yonke nje ndibona phambi kwami. Umzekelo ba ndiye clinic ndifika ndifumane bed service zakwenza ijoke ngayo ke lo bed service leyo. I think that's how I deal with trauma nje ndibana nayo. So I talk about everything nje endiobservayo. Eastern Cape classes zethu zazigcwala besine overcrowded classrooms nje. And ndithanda ngabantwana bethu banabona abantwana nabo. So ukufundisa grade 10 class useriskini ngenyuzo ngene class nxa uthi hey amantombi awekho namhlanje konsekani. Ubuze boys, what happened to the girls? Hi ma'am, basayo parents meeting apha kule primary. Oh, so nina nilapha because they are irresponsible parents, ne? And wabuza abantwana bami why man? Ningayenzi family planning. These kids are not family planning, they just have more kids. One day bandihlalisa phansi bathi ma'am thina siyafuna clinic but ingxaki pha clinic. Honestly, hey abadikwa uthi ufika kusasa sedika unesi uzothini because badiniwe into ongayaziyo now. And they don't care ngubani igama lakho bakumisa equeue, you stand in a queue and then bakubiza bathi igama lakho next uyaphuma ungu-next clinic. Next ufuna ntoni unantoni khwaza mani ubusebeza yo una-TB ayidlula TB sister Bridget loba TB hamba TB hamba yo iza kubulala i-TB wena. Next hey family planning abantu bayagula wena uzosipostela uba ubhizi uplan ifamily. Abantu abachuzanga ukugula nochuzele whatever you're doing uzosipostela hamba yangasemva pa nonsense. Hayi And go over dinner because plan family, it doesn't matter whatever. What if you're here for family planning, and then you go to the back of the queue. About dinner, they just go home and make more babies, and then about patient, line. You defeat 10 years. Next, oh, the family planning. I man with spellway injection. Who's after 2 weeks, 2 months of honor? And don't do it because if you do it, thank you.
Kumnandi ngakhona kodwa yama family planning kodwa yimi bengekho mnandi kangako but ngiyajabula ukuthi yenze sihleke ngayo because ngiyakhumbula njoba nyoteta manje esibhedlela ne I-treatment engayithola bengekho mnandi bengikwate ngendlela ukuthi abonesi bebangekho patient ngami beba rude njengoba asho vele ukuthi hey wena ufike kanjani vula amathanga abo lezo zinto lezo.
And you're in Joburg, you know, and she's speaking about an Eastern Cape experience. So that means ukuthi just in the country we really have a problem with nurses and how they treat us.
Sure, and I mean, I guess you know, other young women, particularly from Lama Club areas, aga akhuluma asho ukuthi you know banenkinga in the sense that istaff esebenza e-clinic, you know, abantu abasemphakathini who know your parents, who know, you know, abangani bakho, so balokho behamba belokho bekhuluma indaba zakho nje. So there's a huge issue in terms of confidentiality.
You know, another thing is that we can't complain. You know, because even if you know your rights, right? Because sexual health and treatment and the things that we're getting from the hospital are things that are our rights. Like we can't just demand them because there are consequences that come with coming at clinic as if when you're a customer and the customer is always right. Like the nurses would ostracize you.
That we also go when there's a problem to go get sexual health services, you know. It's always reactive. We don't go just to have a checkup to check if everything is okay because it's inside you. So how will you know if you don't get it checked out?
And
you can't go to the clinic. You need to give yourself a full day if
in order to be able to that's the problem. Is it not worth it?
Well, it's fine if it's once a day, right?
Government has like, you know, the HIV testing every year. We should have like just sexual health.
Okay, guys, ngicela sine breaking mara phindi vele anyeke nje abantwana balova isikolo nje ngenxa yama period pain. So sitsheleni ngama concern wenu mayelana nge sexual health. Ningakhohlwa ukusithinta ku social media yethu at #RiseTalkShow ningayikude.
But nobody has been paying attention to adolescent girls and young women. We have applied to assist facilities for what we call adolescent and youth-friendly services. Clinic and then the next thing but was Pirisa High Confirm.
Welcome back. Sanbuza ukuthi, do you feel comfortable going to access contraceptive services at the clinic? Asiza ukuthi 10. Usonwabile uthi big no. People judge and clinics are public. No ways on behalf of many. Uathandile uthi our public clinics are not youth friendly. The moment you tell them you're there for contraceptives, they start shouting at you, asking why you're engaging in sex at a very tender age. Untombeni uti, yes, I feel very comfortable. Reason why, it's because I don't mind who says what behind my back. It's my responsibility to protect myself from unplanned pregnancy.
Yes, yeah.
True. So upiki sonai futhi uti, for me it's hard because at my clinic there are nurses and caregivers that always assume when we teens visit the clinic, we're either pregnant or we're there for HIV medication, and they'll start to spread rumors about us. And teenage pregnancy is really high in my community. Ladies, this is exactly what we're talking about.
Yes,
so true. And it's interesting to see ukuthi njengoba nje besho njalo, we're not crazy into eyenzakalayo iqiniso in our society. So tonight we have Thulani Machere from Anova Institute. Let's welcome her to studio.
Hi, Thulani.
Hi, Pinji. All right, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's so good to have you back on our show again.
Thank you. I feel so welcome.
So, Thulani, since we last saw you, you work for Anova Institute. What do you do there exactly?
Okay, so the program that I'm directly linked with is an adolescent program that deals with adolescent girls and young women and their male sex partners. Okay. So we look at issues of sexual reproductive health and the likes. We've just realized in the last few years that nobody has been paying attention to adolescent girls and young women. I mean, they go through so much. We're not just looking at HIV statistics. We know like 15 to 19-year-olds are like 4 times or 8 times more likely to be infected than boys of the same age. And what we need to realize is that these are not just health issues. These are psychological and psychosocial issues. These are things that they go through. when they're trying to access services, when they're trying to talk to other young people, when they're trying to reach professionals, are they getting the help that they need? Besides just giving information and giving dialogues and kind of talking to young people, what else can we do post those discussions to help them get these services that they need to reduce that?
Mawukhuluma ngama facilities ne inkinga esibhekane nayo thina intsho ukuthi maybe uhamba yenza ama abortion or check ama science ezinjalo ugcine sowuzwa indaba zakho sesekhaya like so uyazibuza ukuthi okay if ya kanjani lento le so ngifuna ukubuza ukuthi labo nurse laba basakuphi or nenza kanjani ukuthi you know kudilwe ngabo labo nurse
because into buanka yona really important to buanka confidentiality ke mango to batlo nya clinic and then the next thing batho ba spirisa high ka ofela I think one of the things they really shebileng ke tsona tso under the rights alona ba bua hore like under sexual and reproductive health rights ba bua hore tshwanetse ha ile lo bua le motho a khona a keep a secret man it's an unethical thing to do hantla how finally out to ke mango yentse tshwanetse lo complainer it's like they need to take immediate discipline for that
and the thulane mawukhuluma ngecomplain ne kunzima because now la ma suggestion box like angikhumbuli ngibona nabo nurse you know or in a way so mawucomplain like siyaphi bathu
there's this mobile that has been opened called bewise.com. So if you go on Android or smartphone, you find it under bewise.com. But if you go on a normal feature phone, which is like your 99 rand phone, you just go to bewise.mobi. And what they've put there is what's called a clinic locator. So sometimes after you've gone, or every time you've gone to a certain clinic, you get to go on that mobile service and you get to say, I went to such and such a clinic and this is the type of service that I received. And what then gets done, they collate that information and try to see how they can deal with those issues that are within the different facilities. So that's why as part of the programming that we've done now, we have applied to have, you know, to assist facilities who have what we call adolescent and youth-friendly services. So you are training them on from the tone on how you speak to a young person, from the security guard to the nurse to the clerk, how they're supposed to speak to you. When you go for a service, what do they do to do what we call fast queuing? How do you not stand no mama next door in the same queue? And if as a service provider, it's a colleague to explain nicely to the adolescent or to the young woman case 18 and we've even done what we call youth-friendly hours, where if you go to a certain facility, maybe let's say Kozola clinic, they'll make sure on their day of the week they just particularly have staff that's just looking at adolescents. But at no point are you supposed to be tender back for service.
Okay, so we've spoken a bit about rights. Where do we find out about these rights? Are they taught in school? Are they, you know, where do we get this information about our rights? Because I'll be honest, I don't really know my rights. Even as a 28-year-old woman, I still don't know them.
Exactly. They're supposed to be in schools. They're supposed to be part of ELO. They're supposed to be everywhere. But I think in the last year or so, and because partners are coming on and trying to do this via schools, via youth groups. So what you're supposed to do, facility. Every facility is supposed to, how can they're supposed to have your sexual reproductive health there. They're supposed to at the door write or this facility is adolescent and youth friendly. If you use a mobile, you're supposed to go on the Department of Health mobile site. They're supposed to have it there, that's on there. So even if you might not find a lot of places, but facility, especially the clinic, they're supposed to have it the minute you can clinic. They're supposed to have it on their website. Even on what we call our Future First hashtag Twitter and Facebook page, we've got those rights that are up. And this is something that because we've recently started supporting facilities with, so that we try and get you as much adolescent and youth-friendly services as possible, that we are trying to push and emphasize. And as part of what they're supposed to maintain, Libon, they're supposed to make it as visual as possible, and obviously treatment-wise comply with that.
Unpack it about AID rights, right? On a practical level, what are they and why do they matter? Like, what's the value of having rights and sexual reproductive rights?
I think sure. Because sometimes victimize how STI. Sometimes because any information. Sometimes I aware counsel. So if you take a very clinical question, or you know, if STI but if we're not having information now, the power the right is demand of clinic. So if as part of my rights, it's in my rights, it's in the bill. Or trying to give away any information about sexual reproductive health. Since it's clinic or say anything about sex and sexual intercourse, because I have the right to decide who I sleep or not sleep with. Can I write dealt with or trained or subject mate? So what is the STI now? And if you like about termination of pregnancy, where to it's up to 12 weeks. So if you 10 weeks, late. I must not get no me according to the sexual reproductive health. Don't be ashamed to worry according to the sexual, because now they are aware we are trying to emphasize the adolescent and youth friendly services along with the department. So how already you've got a power to learn, you know what you're talking about. According to my sexual reproductive health rights, it's until 12 weeks. According to my right, information. Yes, today might not be the adolescent and youth friendly day, but again, according to my rights, I can't give a 10 back for service. So those are the things that you need to equip them with so that you know what to demand for service. And the whole point, I guess, again, no more, so that these things and the service, like you guys are saying, you're very frustrated, but because you understand, we're trying to vigorously work on this to make sure how what's personality. I think it's important to say, personality is changing overnight. But you know, as a system as a whole, you are trying to change it, and sometimes that takes a bit of time. So the purpose of you knowing those rights is so that you're also emphasizing or also stressing the system enough so that from back to front, from service point and also from the receptor, you are able to strengthen that system.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Tulani, for joining us today. It's always a pleasure having you on our show.
It was such a pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Tulani.
So after the break, we'll be speaking to our big sister Malebo and our Rise Young Woman. Don't go anywhere.
Ndicela ukubuza ukuba ndifumanisa uba ne-STIs funeke ndize nepartner yam nayo ukuze ibe iyanyangwa nayo.
Oh, so hot.
Hot. So the Rise Young Women Basadi, you know, you know, as a black woman, realize for especially ka topic today on sexual health, every time the challenges for Rona. You know, ba re qotela ditaba tse dingata hore ba builder di center tse dintjha, ba trainer, ba skiller di health workers hore we can feel more safe go di center tsena. But ke rona re na le di experience and it feels like we are not heard. You know, I don't know about you, but this is how I'm feeling. So taba ena ingata, you know? So ka tseba hore go tletse di question and we are firing, we want to go.
This is Malebo. Ndiyaphila kunjani? Ndingusikoyo igama lam. Ndicela ukubuza ukuba ndifumanisa uba ndine-STIs funeke ndithini uze ndibe ndiyanyangeka gqibeleleyo, funeke ndize nepartner yam nayo ukuze ibe iyanyangwa nayo.
Very, very interesting question. You know, most of the time, sex, it's between when and partner how. But when we talk about issues of reproductive rights, when we talk about issues of sexual health, how much does your partner play a role? So, from Luna, is it a must? What do you think?
I believe that in case the partner lene STI, it can be discovered in time.
Nami bengasho ukuthi kumele mahambe beboyithu uhambe nomuntu wakho ngoba it might happen ukuthi uyena umuntu okuthelele ngawo akusiwena ovedane mhlawumbe wamthelela ngawo, so kubalekile ukuthi if uya eclinic uhambe with your partner ukuze kukho nanoma yini abayenza kuwena beyenze nana kuyena. Thank you.
If akhana partner how ho tsamalwana o tloetsa
angazi, but ngingazama indlela zokuthi ngimncenge sibonisane because vela abantu abajayele ukuthi thina besilethele wona ama-STIs ibona abantu besilisa. Yes.
Okay, so like it's ideal hore mo ditaba tsa sexual health le sexual reproductive health tshwantse re involve di partner tsa rona, but it's not a must because what's important ke wena tshwantse o itlhokomele and take further precautions hore o ska spreader and don't reinfect yourself.
Umthetho uthi uma una 12 years uvumelekile ukuya emtholampilo uthatha ama contraception on your own as well as abortion uvumelekile ukubuyenza. Kodwa inkinga esibhekana nayo uma una 12 years uye clinic kuthiwa kumele uze nomzali ukuze asayine. Kodwa umthetho awusho njalo. Manje ungenza kanjani ukuthi ulandele imigudu efanele ugcine usizakele?
When you are 12, you have access to a legal and safe abortion, right? Termination of pregnancy. Le ha ngwana a le 12, because o na le di rights, you know, to demand termination of pregnancy without parental consent. Tshwantse ba mo explainele hore why ba bitsa di parents, and lutlele ba bua ka mantswe a tshwanang gore you must demand your rights. But I do understand hore there might be reasons why ba bitsa batswadi. The health worker tseo could be concerned hore ngwana ona o 12 o ka thola hore o robetse le somebody who's over 16, right? And that could be statutory rape. So ke dilo tse ba batlang go di sort out first. Another reason could be when you are 12, you have access. You are allowed to seek termination of pregnancy up to 12 weeks. Ke mo tlo needang things like surgery. And maybe the nurse na go di nahana hore tshwantse re tlise batswadi hore re tlo bua ka taba tsa surgery. But one criticism e ke nang le yona ke hore ngwana o le ena o na le right ya to understand why health worker eo e batla go bitsa batswadi.
So malibeni into engitholile la ukuthi thina makufika ku sexual health kakhulu sabantu besifazane as information iyaleka. So and futhi asibe safe kwezinye inkathi ukuthi singakhuluma nabo labo nesilo. So singaya kuphi?
Yo, I think ha ke batlo e challenge taba ena ke the way re iponang ka teng as basadi le lefatshe the way le re programming gore re ipone ka teng ha re own di body tsa rona a se tsa rona mo bophelong, either di belonga ko society ko bo papa ba rona ko family o ko bontate, and ha re sa own a re itsebi. I mean the first time ke bona vagina ya ka ne ke le in my 20s, like ke sheba ke bona. Can you imagine why ke emetse gore ke be in my 20s gore ke bone vagina is because lefatshe as mosadi, I'm not allowed to enjoy sex. I'm not allowed to know about my reproductive rights. I'm not allowed to, you know, to take care of myself. But this is a part of my body, and like we tlokomela any other part, you know, sexual health is important. So sanso utsibe vagina ya how, sanso utsibe you know, your reproductive system, sanso utsibe everything around that. For example, a lot of people abatsibi di cycle tabona habaya dimensing, like surprised. Yo, ke mo dimensing, and that's why batho ba bangata ba surprised le haba pregnant, right? So it's important gore we tsebe we own a body ya how, because ke how o khone gore okay fine dilo tse dingata di ka ska ka surprise, you know, and nka ska tlo react go di log. So nka ska fela ko clinicing ha go peina ke tlo itlwaetsa go ya for the screening, for the check-ups. O tsebe hore man go na le monkgo o seng right wena wa itseba body ya hao o ska emela for pain o be le, you know, habit ya go ya ko clinicing go demanda the checkups. And ke a tseba hore some of the clinics tse re leng ko tsona they're not safe, you know, and this is why the groups that tshwana le bo rise young women are important hore khona go buisana. Imagine re ya ka ofela ko clinicing ro dimana hore treatwe ka respect, things might change, you know. So these are the things tse nna ke di nahanang. I hope le agree le nna, you know, but you don't have to agree with me, mar tshwantse re buisane ka tsona.
Yeah, lebohile malebo haholo ho tshosa ho nahana ka ditaba tsa menstruation, contraception le pregnancy. Ditleliniki le dipetlele tshwanetse di re thuse hore re tlo gona ho etsa di sexual health choices tse lokileng. Hopolang ho bua le rona mo Facebook le mo Twitter #RiseTalkShow ha re hlakaneng beke e tlang.
Woof, woof.